I'm trying to figure something for my side, but we don't have the unlimited funds you seem to. Well, first of all, Jeff, that's not his name, but fuck you, okay? Because what the fuck do you mean? That pissed me off so bad.
It's Friday night, like rock on. Hello? I ain't never seen a hating ass bitch. I am loud. That's annoying. You see how I'm taking it down? I'm recognizing I'm the problem. I annoy myself. I'm having tacos. You can't be mad at me doing tacos. I don't care. Be disappointed. Block me. I don't know what to tell you.
You still on me. Build on it.
Hi. I've just spilled my soda, but I knocked it over, but now it didn't spill, so who cares? Okay. Anyways, I was just saying, and then I decided to start over. I hope the audio works because the audio hasn't been working right. And so to sit here and think about the fact that this is recording and has no audio makes me want to break some stuff. Good thing I'm in therapy. Anyways, been a second. Hello, I've been under the weather, but I don't know why. I didn't have the flu. I didn't have strep throat. I didn't have I don't know what I had. Okay. Did I go to the doctor to find out? No. But that was scary. I never had a fever, nothing. I just felt like crap. And then I got tired to the point where my friend at work was like, "Is it mono?" And I'm like, what am I, 14? No, maybe. So feeling much better because my work forced me to get an antibiotic and not mad about it. So I just figured, I don't even remember when I posted my last episode. I don't remember what it was about. But, oh, I just got my hair dyed today. I figured we would just catch up because I want to talk some shit. I watched The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. I did a video on it. Some dumb drama has been going on in my life that I want to talk about. We're rounding out the year. We have a couple more Thursdays left. I think I'm not telling you anything just in case I change my mind. But yeah, so starting off with, I have been sick, under the weather, and I don't usually miss work to the point where I had to leave early one day and they told me I was going to go. I was going in. They were like, "Do not show up here." So I didn't. Um, but yeah, I just would wake up every single morning feeling like trash. This side of my throat was like my throat hurt, but I felt like it was always on this side whenever it was like, wait, is my lymph node swollen? Anyways, again, no fever. I just feel like this is stuffy, which I still kind of feel right now, which is like one of the main reasons why I didn't record because I would feel like shit when I first woke up and either be fine in a couple of hours or I could take some Dayquil and I would feel fine. But I felt like I sounded like this the whole time and like kept wanting to like do that really gross, like, you know what I mean? So I just felt like recording a podcast was a little bit inappropriate, but I can still feel the pressure building up when I'm talking this much now. Basically, it was just the universe telling me it was time to shut the fuck up for a bit. It was tired, you know? Here I am, still talking. Um, but yeah, today is the first day that I woke up not feeling horrendous. And I started my antibiotic yesterday. I don't know if antibiotic works that fast, but I have to take a fucking massive pill 3 times a day. Like, holy shit. And they filled that damn tube to the top. Can I get a bigger bottle? Anyways, so that's why I didn't record because I just didn't want to be like having to constantly edit out me literally hawking loogies. You're welcome. All right, let's see. So I worked a little. Okay. So I had a doctor's appointment, super important because not super important. I just had a doctor's appointment. I had a urology. You can do it. I had a urology appointment. I kept calling it GYN because it had to do with down there. And I'm like, no, you idiot. So making that into a journey. I'm going I think it's gonna be like right after the first of the year. I'm just gonna wait till next year, which is like what, 2 seconds away. Um, and I'm going to get a Solix sling. I made a video talking about it a little bit, but I am gonna like talk about the entire experience. And if I can get over my fear of like asking people if they can record things. I don't know. It's 2025. Everybody's recording everything. Like, I don't know why it bothers me so bad. And I was just talking about that with my hairstylist today. Is like, I'm not the type of person that I'm scared to record in public because I think someone's going to judge me or not like me. Be like, oh my God, influencers in the wild. I wouldn't even blink. That wouldn't even affect me. I can't tell you what it is. It's just anxiety. It's just maybe I should just get on medicine. Anyways, um, so what was I saying? The sling, quick procedure, literally 30 to 45 minutes. It's a one incision. Ow, hello. Hold on. I'm coming back. Hold on. Okay. Um, yeah, it's this little thing right here. Again, I'm making a video on it. This is the actual size of it. I don't know if you can see it. It's probably blurry, but if you're just tuning in and not viewing in, it is 9 centimeters. It's literally the length of my pinky, full length of my pinky with my little bit of a nail, which I need to go get cut off. But I just went today to get my hair done. So if you're also just listening, everybody knows that I went through a little red phase for a minute. I thought that I was going to go even redder for an entire year. I was mistaken. I'm back to brunette with some highlights in it, just to add a little dimension. We might go a little tiny bit lighter, but I have very, very dark roots. I didn't want a really light color to where I was gonna have to constantly like bleach my roots or whatever you do. I'm not a stylist. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. And then also I'm prepping because I really do believe I'm gonna get some extensions next year. I'd like to get them before February. So also update, I'm going to New York City again in February. Super blessed and thankful, which by the way, guys, um, we'll get into it because I'm just again, this one we're just gonna be gossiping and I got into it with my neighbor through a letter. But I'm not rich. I'm not made of money. I didn't lose one of my jobs, but I no longer have a certain kind of income a couple months ago. And so that kind of kicked me right in my ass. And I just wanted to say that me traveling, my plane ticket, Dennis is going with me. Our plane tickets each were $45 there and $45 back. So less than $100 a person to fly. Now, we did have credit because we were supposed to go to New York City for my birthday, but something happened. I don't remember what it was, and we had to cancel. Something happened. I don't remember what it was. Anyways, so we were able to use that, and I paid $12 extra or whatever. But if you guys want to fly Southwest, the only thing that sucks right now is they're switching up that stupid. You're gonna have to like pay for assigned seats and bullshit or whatever, which I get everybody else is doing it, but you're also having to pay for baggage and shit. I don't know. I'm just annoyed with them because fuck you, Southwest. I love you. Don't put me on the no fly list. But if you want to fly somewhere, and New York City is a really good example of, well, it's one of the only places we've really looked, but we've found stuff for like Florida and stuff like that. Look 2 months before you want to leave. So we want to go in February. And we'll talk about that in a second. So we started looking now, obviously. And if you literally go to Google and type in Southwest low fare calendar, it brings up an entirely different website. Um, it's better to do it on a computer or Safari. The app doesn't work. And sometimes it'll ask for your dates. Just put your dates in, usually 2 months out. Like the way Dennis has done it, and Dennis uses it, he treats it like a game, like he gambles, trying to figure out the cheapest whatever, and he does great at it. And it is why we're able to travel a lot because again, not made of money. But um you can literally watch it and he watches. Okay, he's like, okay, no, right now they're $156, which is still super fucking cheap. But again, not as cheap as 47. Um, he's like, but next week, that week will be cheaper. And every week you can just watch the okay, I hope I'm making sense, but I'm starting to confuse myself. If you want to leave February, the second week of February, and you go right now and look or whatever, you'll see that maybe it's $156. Look next week today. So look next Thursday. I'm going to drop this on Thursday. So look next Thursday, and that week will be cheaper. Anyways, just figure it out. You'll figure it out. I'm confusing myself and stressing me out. Dennis is trying to make food also, so I might have to pause this and come back. So I might look different. Like my hair might be up, I might be in jammies, and I might be full. But I'm committing. Give me my flowers. How many episodes is this, guys? Haven't quit yet. Anyways, so we are going to New York City to go to the Chicago musical because Whitney Levitt got it. And listen, I don't know that girl. I don't have a clue who she is. She don't know that I exist either. I don't think. I don't think she's ever seen anything that I've commented on her page or whatever, which is fine. But this is what I mean when I say, like, when the fuck is it my turn? I'm not going because I'm trying to like trick the universe. I'm just saying, like, I support the most random people ever. Plus, I've never been to Broadway, and I would love to go to Broadway and see Chicago. I want to see Moulin Rouge. I want to see a lot of things on Broadway, but this will be my first Broadway experience. Anyways, supporting her. Go Whitney Levitt. If you see this, can't wait to see you. I'll be there the like right after your couple days after you debut. Her debut is I think February 2nd. I think we're going on the 6th. We're going on that Thursday. So I'm also trying to figure out what to wear, which is fun. I can show you again if you're not watching this on YouTube. What are you doing? I was thinking suit. Okay. So ready? I might have to come close so I can push the focus button. Oh, fuck it. I'll just enter the damn picture. I'm going to forget. Okay. So that suit, or I'm thinking I have a long black leather skirt. I can try and enter pictures. I'll probably not do that one. Maybe I will. Anyways, with this like bustier kind of lace bodysuit thing. We'll figure it out. It's going to be February in New York City. It's going to be cold. I don't really care. New York City is my life. I love New York City, all aspects of it. So I think that I'll be fine. It's also one night. You know what I mean? So Dennis and I are going to go to a steakhouse. We just haven't figured out where. Right next to the Ambassador Theater. Ambassador is where we're going. Is a steakhouse. We might go to that one. We'll see. We haven't decided. We're either getting Italian or steak, obviously. Okay. So that's in the works. So as soon as Christmas is over, I can start figuring out what I'm going to wear because I think I'm going to buy. Obviously, I have to buy something. Duh. Um, the drama. I don't know where my letter is. But here's the tea in my neighborhood, okay? And no, I haven't wrote on my neighborhood Facebook group, and I'm not going to about this. But it was like I was explaining it on my Instagram story last night. If you don't follow me on Instagram, you should because I talk to my Instagram story almost daily as if it's a FaceTime call. Like you guys, Instagram's always the first to know. Anyways, my neighbor adopted 3 dogs. Good for you. Love that for you. Appreciate what you do. We never see them. We don't talk to them. We're not friends with them. We don't have barbecues together. We see them in passing. That's it. We're not friends. I'm not friends with anybody in my neighborhood anymore. I have one friend across the street, but even I don't see her. And there's my cat. So they got 3 dogs. The dogs, they bark all hours. They let them out at like 5 in the morning. They bark, 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 bark. We've never said anything. Um, they leave them out there for hours on end. They bark the whole time. They're manic as hell. We've never said anything about the barking. Never. We've never said anything ever. They let him out at 11 o'clock at night, bark for hours on end. The woman that lives there does not work. I'm pretty sure she just sits inside all day, and I'm going to be as nice as I can. Okay. And then the guy goes to work early in the morning. He does some kind of security detail, I guess, somewhere. I'm pretty sure it was at the hospital at one point. But okay, whatever. Oh my God, I'm so annoyed. So the issue wasn't the barking. The issue was we go outside and their dogs are in our backyard. The motherfuckers chewed through our fucking fence, a wood privacy fence, chewed through that shit, okay? And got in our backyard. They are, I don't know what kind of breed they are, and I try not to hold breeds against themselves, but it is a pit mix. They look aggressive. They are, and trust me, I am not that. I know that a majority of the time it is the owners. It is the owner's responsibility. It's not the dog. But they bark at you like they're gonna bite your face off. Okay. And I have two dogs. I have Toby, my Frenchie, my little dog. And then I have Lainey. She's my three-legged rescue. She's elderly as shit. She can't run from anything. She only has three legs. She's got arthritis in all of them. Like, don't even need to explain what kind of dogs I have. It wouldn't even matter if I had a greyhound and the bitch can run. If I had a cheetah, why the fuck are you in my yard? But I didn't talk like that. I didn't say like that to anybody except my husband. Okay, so they're in our yard. Okay, great. Now, one of them, her name is Rachel, which is hilarious to me. I don't know why I find that so funny, but I really do. Rachel, cutest fucking thing. She learned how to climb my fence. Our side is the flat side of the privacy fence. Their side has the two wooden beams that go across that you know what I mean, like nail the spigots to. She's learned how to climb it and stand on it. And she literally will put her arm over the top of the fence and just watch us and bark and bark and bark when we're out there grilling or trying to let our dogs out, because now I have to let my dogs out supervised. Okay. So she has tore this up by, she constantly runs at the fence, tears it up, whatever. So we have had to put big ass pieces of wood over giant holes all through our fence. Okay. Whatever. Dennis is gone. I have not. I have not. Dennis, and if you know me and if you followed me for a while, you know the difference between Dennis and I. Okay. Dennis is and I like, hey, I hope, I hate to bother you, but I just wanted to let you know, had a little oopsie. You know what I mean? And I'm like, why the fuck are your dogs in my fucking yard again? But I haven't gone over there. So he always goes twice. He's gone over there twice to let them know that their dogs are in our yard. The first time he's like, you got to figure something. He's like, oh yeah, I'll figure out something to put on this barrier. Just want to I'm going to put a barrier on our side. Just want to be a good neighbor. Okay, great. That was about 8 months ago. First time. Second time was, we'll go with a month and a half ago. It probably wasn't even that long ago, but, um, Dennis went over there. Hey, just want to let you know your dog's got in our backyard again. You know, his response was, if you're just listening, he face palmed, looked down, shook his head, and said, all right. That was it. That was it. He probably yelled at his wife to let the dogs in. All of a sudden, the barking stopped. That was it. This past Sunday, my dogs. So Toby will not go out back anymore to shit. He won't. He's petrified. Lainey, she lays on the couch and just barks and freaks out and goes nuts, and it's a fucking annoying. Still never said anything to them about it. We just deal with it, right? Their dogs are in our fucking yard on Sunday. Okay. So Dennis, one's on our porch looking in our back window. Dennis goes outside to try and scare her back into her yard like always. And usually they make a big enough hole. Well, this time they must have dug some and then like ripped the thing with their teeth. So Dennis walks out there and one dog's in our yard, the other one is stuck. The other one is stuck in the hole that they made under the fence. So the fence is like stabbing into them. Okay? And as annoyed as I am, my number one priority is always to save animals. I like animals way more than people. If you know me, you know that. So I'm like so worried that the dogs are going to get hurt now. Okay. So finally, that dog like freaks out enough because they're also really skittish, which seems great and everything because they'll run away from you. But when they seem cornered, their next response is to attack. Obviously, if anyone knows anything about dogs, like, come on. Um, so the stuck one gets unstuck, and Rachel, she's the one that always comes over here. She is now running to the fence to try and jet back in the hole. She can't get in it because our side is higher. So she's like going down a hill instead of like coming up out of a hill. Now she keeps getting stuck and she's like trying to jam because she's scared and she's like jamming herself in there and like scraping herself on the fence. I'm like trying to talk to her to calm her down, but I was just stressing her out more. Dennis is like running next door to let them know, hey, no answer. No one's home. They're not there. They're not there. So their dogs have literally been out since 10 a.m., if not a little bit earlier. And it is now like 6 o'clock in the afternoon, if not 7. It was dark, but it gets dark early now. And their dogs have been out all day barking. So, anyways, Dennis comes back. We're trying to figure out what the frick we're supposed to do. And Rachel's like pacing back and forth. And she's like, we're trying to run up the fence, but my side doesn't have those little step stools, if you will. She's like scaling it and sliding back down, and like she's gonna cut her hand open on these like. I mean, Dennis has been putting screws, big ass screws in our fence to hold the wood on because they jump on it and it's an older fence and it like like rots out or whatever. It doesn't matter. Okay. Finally, she jumps up, runs up gets back, runs at the fence, runs up, holds onto the top, and figures out, and she pulls herself up and jumps over the entire fence. So she has just taught herself now that she can clear a 6.5 foot fence. I'm only giving a half foot because of the hill. I don't even know if it is, but whatever. So we're out of wood. We don't have any more wood to friggin' screw in. So we throw a fucking pot, one of my planted pots, a giant pot in front of the hole and hope for the best. And I'm like, this is ridiculous because they're still not home. I write a letter, and my letter is so nice. I wrote the letter. I'm going to read it to you. I read it to my story. I simply said, hello, I feel like my family has been as patient as possible regarding your dogs. Sunday, you left your dogs outside all day, which isn't what the real issue is, even though they do bark nonstop. But we have tried to look past it, even though they start anywhere from 5 a.m. up until well past 10:30 p.m. The barking has now made my small dog not want to go to the backyard and my elder dog stressed out inside. Sunday, your dog tore through the bottom of our fence. One was on our porch and the other was stuck in the hole. Dennis ran out there not knowing if it was hurt. It finally got unstuck and ran back to your deck, but Rachel was stuck in our yard. We tried to knock on your door, but you weren't home. She was panicking and kept trying to fit in the hole, but kept getting stuck and was going to hurt herself. She started climbing the fence. I tried to talk to her, but only made her more stressed, and she finally climbed the fence and jumped back over. I was scared she was going to hurt herself. I thought she was going to break her fucking leg. To be honest with you, that's not in the letter. I thought she was going to jump over and she was going to break her fucking leg. And then what am I supposed to do? They're not home. You know what I mean? Oh my God. That by just thinking of it makes my stomach hurt. Because it's not the dog's fault. Like, I want to clarify, this is an owner issue. We'll get into that. I was scared she was going to get hurt, and I hope she didn't, but now she knows she can clear the fence, which means we are unable to let our dogs out to use the restroom without being supervised. I think at this point, something more needs to be done. We are calling to have someone come out and give us a quote for that side of the fence to be fixed and raised, and I will let you know how much it is. I will let you know how much it will cost to fix it, but also something needs to be done to prevent your dogs from coming over. Possibly an electric border. I'm not sure, but this can't go on. Having to take my dogs out front to use the bathroom is unacceptable. If you know me, that is a nice letter. That is so nice. I didn't say anything mean. Dennis was like, I don't know, maybe the beginning. I was like, the beginning is just simply stating that your dogs do bark and we haven't even complained to you. We didn't write in the Facebook group. I haven't called the sound ordinance police. I haven't called the police. I haven't done anything. We just let your dogs fucking bark and hope to God you turn your hearing aids up a little bit so you can fucking hear them. See, I didn't say that though. I didn't even use that tone. You can't even sense that tone, you know? We put it in an envelope and I had Dennis stick it in the door because you can't put mail in someone's mailbox, by the way. If they wanted to, they can get you. You're not supposed to mess with people's mailbox. Anyways, this is what they, if you're looking, it's a written note at the bottom of my page. It's a little written thing. I'm going to read it. I'm going to read it just plainly, okay? Okay. FYI, I spent all Sunday putting my wife in the hospital. I'm trying to figure something for my side, but we don't have the unlimited funds you seem to. Well, first of all, Jeff, that's not his name, but fuck you, okay? Because what the fuck do you mean? That pissed me off so bad. Like, I wasn't even being rude. Dennis is like, should I go over there and talk? I'm like, no, fuck him. Fuck you. Fuck you. Man, that pissed me off. And I can understand if I did write a mean letter, first of all, regardless of how long it's been. But I could also understand if this was just like the first time it's ever happened and I'm like being a little off-putting, a little rude. This is 8 months in of us since we've talked to you, okay? Your dogs have been going fucking nuts since you fucking got them, sons of bitches, all right? And you want to brag about adopting them, that's great. You can adopt 7 million dogs, but you need to be able to fucking take care of them. And that leads me to this part, and this is what I was telling Dennis. Because I'm a Cancer, and so I just sat there and fucking dwelled on it. And I'm like, I went and showered or something like that. And me driving to work an hour by myself is my think tank, and me taking a shower. In the shower, I think of everything. I'm like, no, because you know fucking what? You know what? Jeff, I don't know his name, but it's Jeff. Um, it's not my fucking problem you can't afford to have 3 dogs that you adopted. You should have never fucking got them if you can't afford to fucking take care of them or to pay if you have no fucking money. I'm just assuming you have no money is what you're saying. But also, you little bitch, I can see you. You're my direct next door neighbor. And in the past 3 fucking years that we've been paying attention, you guys order food to eat every day, twice a day. Minimum once a day. It's for sure every night at dinner. But you order food, you Uber Eats every day. I'm not exaggerating, y'all. I swear on anything you need me to swear on. Every single day, an Uber Eats driver comes every single day. That's got to get expensive. Sounds like you need to fucking make yourself some rice and beans and fix my fucking fence. That's what it fucking sounds like. Man, to sit there and write, and we don't have the money that you guys, or the, what did it say? Extra funds. First of all, you're not ever outside. Ever. Your dogs are. So I don't know what they reported back to you. But if you're referring to all the extra wood that we're able to get to fucking put up there, that just happened to be junk pieces of wood. My fucking fence looks like shit. That pissed me off. But when I say that I'm not a drama person, this is what I mean. Is like people just talk like that, and then when I'm supposed to just be quiet, I want to go over there and be like, "I'll punch you in your fucking face, you fucking fuck." This is a very explicit. I have to really put on there. This is not meant for kids on this episode. It just pissed me off because first of all, this is going to come off real mean, but guess what? I don't give a fuck about what you spent your Sunday doing. I don't fucking care. And like I said in my story, you said that you spent all day putting your wife in the hospital. First off, let me say, hope she's well. Hope everything's okay. But unless you guys got in a car accident and had to be life flighted while you were out grabbing eggs real quick, because why the fuck are you leaving your dogs outside? You know what I'm saying? If you're at the house and she's all of a sudden like, oh my gosh, I think I have gastrointestinal reflux. Might need to go to the ER. It's the ED, but I need to go to the emergency room. And he's like, okay, let's go. You go get in the car, ma'am. I'm going to grab my shoes and let the dogs in. Why the fuck did you leave your dogs out since 10 a.m.? Okay? No excuse is going to work for me. Again, unless something traumatic happened while you were running down the street. You shouldn't even be like full blown grocery shopping. You know what I mean? So I don't care what you were doing on Sunday. I was at home on my day off, trying to enjoy my day off with my family, and I have to keep supervising my dog so he can shit in my fucking front yard. You know what I mean? Like, no, I'm good. Pisses me off. Anyways, we are really going to get a quote. I mean, we have to. We have to fix the fence, and I do have to fucking get it higher. She knows that she can clear that fence now. So even if I was to get brand new everything and nothing was rotted and everything was perfect, she knows that she can just climb up that bitch and jump over. She's a dog. Who knows if she's going to or not? You know what I mean? I'm not taking any chances because God forbid I do come out and something happens to one of my animals. Someone has to die. I'm just kidding. I was just kidding. I'm I don't believe in violence. You know what I mean? I've already had an incident with a dog in this neighborhood. He bit my youngest son's face off. Like literally, I don't have time for this, okay? I'm gonna take a sip of my drink and I probably won't edit it out. Yuck. That made it so bubbly. Anyways, so I was talking about something earlier that I was like, but I'll talk about that later. But no, it just pissed me off because now how am I supposed to handle that? You know what I mean? Like, now what do you want me to do? Because I really am going to send you the invoice. And what's he going to do? Yeah, I can't pay for this. I still have to get my fucking fence fixed. You know what I mean? What am I supposed to do? That's what we were talking about at dinner with my kids. He's like, well, then can you sue them? They're obviously my kids. You know what I mean? And I'm like, we could, but we'd end up spending more money. And then if we win, we might get some of it back. But if we don't, then we still had to pay for our fence. But then we also had to pay for lawyers, legal fees, um, court fees. It's just not worth it. So again, if I believed in violence, I think I should just swing on them. Anyways, so that's the update with the dogs. The dog never got hurt, so that's good. And they aren't leaving them out for hours on end, so we got somewhere there. But my fence is still broken, and there's still a gaping hole in the bottom that I definitely need to go fix. But anyways, so that's that with my fucking neighbor. So nice. And I was specifically nice because you don't want to piss off your direct neighbor. You know what I mean? I've already had an issue with him forever when he stole some kid's bike off the sidewalk and claimed it was in his driveway, which by the way, the sidewalk is the city's, it's not yours. Okay? I don't give a fuck. And he put it in his garage and closed the door. And then wasn't going to give it back to the kid until the kid's dad finally came down. I'm like, y'all are so lucky I was not home for that. Bitch, I would have kicked your fucking if you took my fucking kid's bike and put it in your garage and shut it because you're claiming it was in the middle of your fucking driveway when anyways, you aren't even going anywhere. It's not you just seen it on your fucking cameras because you're a weirdo and watching kids on your cameras. I don't know if he's doing that. It's just I'm aggravated, so I'm just saying weird shit. Anywho, speaking of weird shit, if you follow me on social media, you may know that for the past 2 years, I've been addressing a sociopath I named her Manic Martha. I named her Manic Martha because she's manic as fuck. And I named her Martha because she's a stalker, like on that fucking Netflix show, Baby Reindeer. That's how she got her name. Um, but if you scroll on my YouTube page, you can see a video where I said I'm calling out I don't know what I said. Calling out the narcissist or something. It's like a 15-minute video of this random bitch who's been fucking with one of my friends. And so when I first heard about this with Manic Martha, my friend told me about her. So the teeny tiny, I'm giving you the smallest backstory right now. And if you guys are interested, I can give you the full details. It's 2 years worth of fucking insanity. But she is. Are you creeping? She is my friend's husband's high conflict baby mama. So there's that. Are you creeping?
I am.
What do you need?
I didn't know how much water to put in the rice.
How many cups of rice did you put in?
2.
2.5 water. You're welcome. Your dog.
Toby, he's not gonna come.
Toby, go get daddy.
Here, look, here.
Go get him. Go, baby. Go get daddy. Get out of my room. Oh! You scared the shit out of me. Hi, duties. Hi, Bubby Poopies. Hi, Poopies. You gotta get out, dupes. You just gotta get out of here. You just gotta get out of here because you're a fat boy. He scared the shit out of me. I was looking at my phone so I can lap it. Anyways, so that's who that bitch is. Okay. And I have heard stories of her forever and ever and ever. My friend told me. But my friend was a very non confrontational person. Like, she never said anything back to her. She never did anything back to her. Once in a blue moon, she would put some passive aggressive TikTok up or something like that. And that would trigger the fuck out of Manic Martha because she's a covert narcissist. I keep meaning to look up and see if she's a malignant Marthist, a malignant narcissist. But I keep forgetting. But I think the only reason why I want her to be a malignant one is because I work in the medical field and you have a malignant tumor or a benign, and malignant is like not good. And she's a fucking malignant tumor. She is a tumor. Anyways, so it just got to the point where I was like getting sick of my friend like being really upset about it and like talking about what she should do because she knew I was going through my custody stuff, which is a story in its own. I just don't know if I want to open that can of worms because it will cause drama. But my son is older now and it's a doozy. So, anyways, um, my last straw was her like truly stalking my friend and like being rude. So a fake burner account messaged her on Instagram, which is her forte, and was like just harassing her. And this was shortly after Martha posted my friend's bankruptcy online publicly and tried to make fun of her. She owned a business. Did you, bitch? No, you don't even own your own underwear. Okay. So my friend owned her business. COVID hit and she had to hit bankruptcy. The smartest financial decision a business owner can make during COVID with a small business was to do that. Anyways, um, but it just pissed me off that I didn't find out about that till after. Anyways, I messaged the burner account that was stalking her page and I said specific stuff in there. I knew that it was Martha, and Martha ends up because she always responds with a TikTok. She always responds on TikTok. Whatever I say, wherever I say it, I could say it here, I could say it in fucking Walmart down the street. When she watches it, she's going to respond to me passive aggressively on TikTok. Um, But I messaged it and I put specific information in there because I know she's a covert narcissist and I've been dealing with a covert narcissist since 2016. So I know exactly, I studied the fuck out of them. So I know exactly what they're going to do, when they're going to do it, before they know what they're going to do. And so for sure, Martha came on TikTok and she started talking about this this message specifically, which is crazy because how did you know about it? If that's not you, if it's not you on that page, how did you know about that stuff in that message? So, anyways, that triggered her because I caught her and she went into a spiral and she said my name on social media. And at the time, I think she did have Instagram. I think it was on Instagram stories for a while too, but she got rid of it. She gargled my name 7 million fucking times, just talking shit, obsessed over mine and my husband's sex life, like, trying to hurt my feelings. But I'm like, girl, you're never going to be able to do that. And then she's just a liar. She said that she called corporate on me for my job. And I was like, hey, babe, my job is a private practice. There is no corporate. You fucking dumbass. And then she's like, I never said I called, but I said I would call people. Anyways, she's just a pathological liar or whatever. And I just keep calling her out for fun. It's literally people's fucking trash TV. I am people's trash TV when it comes to talking about Manic Martha. It's a fucking series in itself. It's literally been going on for 2 years. Sometimes she really triggers me and pisses me off when she says some mean ass shit about my friend or lies about my friend, but she really, really, really beats a dead horse about her baby daddy. And so, um, yeah, I have been talking about her forever. If you go to my foul mouth female TikTok page, there's some videos up there of me having to call her out. She's just lied so many fucking times, and every single time I've debunked it or I've proven it wrong or I've made her come online. Like she lied one time and said that she received a death threat because of me and it made her want to take her life and all that stuff. And I was like, here's the thing about me, babe. That's something I do not joke about. I do not play about. So, why don't you send me that death threat? I'd like to see who that came from because I'm about to fucking take care of it. And she said she took it. She said in her video, which I have, of course, and I've posted it a million times because it's so fun for me, that she took that death threat down to the police station and filed a report against me. She's going to sue me. She's threatened to sue me 7,000 times. Mind you, I've never received one sheet of paper. But that's what a lot of people do. They always threaten to sue me because they think it's going to get me to shut up. But the thing about it is, you can't sue somebody for telling the truth. You can, but nothing will happen. So, yeah, then she had to come on and say she like lied about the death threat and that she didn't really get one and that someone just said she might have seen something somewhere, possibly that maybe someone that knew me or followed me might have said something. And the best part about it is, and I never really called this part out, but this is why it's always so funny, is like you can find your watch history. If you saw it on TikTok, I watch my watch history all the time. That's how I go back and I'm like, oh my God, I just saw a video about this. She's just full of shit. She's fucking crazy. And it's so fun to talk about. Um, because I know how to get her to say the things I need her to say. So that was the point, is I would call her out for shit because she would over explain herself, and because she is a covert narcissist, she doesn't understand that she's telling on herself a lot. And we would save those videos, put them in a file so that if they had to go to court, a custody court or whatever, they had all of this to use against her in a court of law. But she's actually a very, like, all jokes aside, she's actually a very abusive person. And it's when this is the reason why, another reason why I get so angry is because it triggers my like father's rights thing, which I know a lot of people are probably like, well, what? Father's rights? You hate men. I actually don't. I don't hate decent men. I don't like boys. Boys are gross. Cooties. But as someone who had to go through a custody battle with somebody who was an unsafe parent for a very long time for my child and still never said, you're never going to see your child again. I would never do that. I need you to fucking fix yourself. I need you to make the environment safe for our child to be in when he does come visit you. That's all I requested. And then on the flip side of it, watching what's happening and what has happened to my brother, he literally had his child kidnapped, moved across the country, and false police reports, which, by the way, is bullshit. That a police would just be like, okay, yeah, no, that's true. Yeah, sure, we'll believe that. And had his child stolen from him and having to deal with a bunch of court bullshit or whatever. And unfortunately, the state that she stole him to is a woman state. mother's right states from hell. And the thing that sucks is like my brother's an amazing father. And so the only person that loses in that is the kid. Whereas in my custody battle, they never really gave a fuck about my son. They just wanted to beat me. That was their main goal, was to try and beat me. So it is what it is. So that's why I get so angry about this stuff, is because I watched this shit happen to my friend's husband, who is a safe father who wanted to be involved in his child's life, and this person is obsessed with him and pissed that he left her ass and upgraded. And so she does like what every fucking bitter high conflict baby mama does. She uses the child as a pawn and the last way to control him. And he is non-confrontational. Not to put his business out there too much, but he used to be military. Um, Fighting in conflict is not great for his mental health, if you will. And so um, he ended up making a decision that he did not make lightly. And we're just going to hope that in a few years, when that child is an adult, he will see the manipulation and brainwashing that his unfortunately bio mom has done to him, and will run as far as he fucking can from her, and um, go hear the truth. And that's why I told my friend, I'm like, just never throw anything away, because one day he is going to come have questions, and you can show him all the emails where the dad is like, can we please meet at my time? And the mom is literally like, nope, nope, you can't. Nope. And then we'll come online and say, call him a deadbeat, say he's never involved. He never sees his child. He never tries to reach out. We have all the emails. She changed the kid's phone number, blocked the dad. I mean, she's just done a bunch of shit. So I just wish that that could be punishable by death. Definitely jail, though. And then, speaking of, this has been 42 minutes so far. Not too bad. Just gossiping with you guys. It's fun. Speaking of jail, if you don't live under a rock, I don't even mean that offensively. If you do live under a rock, we're all jealous of you. To be real fucking honest, it's no longer an insult, because like, what kind of bliss you must be living in. But if you don't live under one and you have the internet, you know that there has been some serious drama with the secret lives of Mormon wives. And when I say the drama, it is with one of the people on it who has made some serious allegations against another reality TV star from the Vanderpump Villas. Now, I've talked about this a little bit on TikTok already. I made a video. I've never watched Vanderpump Rules. I've never watched Vanderpump Villa. I didn't have a clue who any of these fucking people were. I've heard of things. I didn't know Vanderpump Rules was old. I thought it was a new show I just didn't watch. But I guess they did a crossover, and some of the wives from Secret Lives went over to Vanderpump Villa, which I guess is like a bar show. It's about like bar thing. I think Lindsay Lohan tried to do it too. I really couldn't tell you what it's about, but that does not matter. What does matter is two of the Mormon wives had some emotional relationships with one of the other guys on there. His name is Marciano. And Jesse, who by the way is my favorite person on Secret Lives, she's my favorite one. Came clean, said that me and my husband were in a really horrible place. Come to find out that her husband was very emotionally abusive, verbally abusive, and she just didn't want to be married anymore, and she didn't know what to do and whatever. So she had an emotional affair with Marciano. They shared 2 kisses while on his show at Vanderpump Villa or whatever, and then continued talking emotionally, like an emotional affair, through DMs and text messages for a couple months afterwards. Her husband found out before the recording of the show. She came clean to him. And then, unfortunately, another person on the show threatened and was trying to make money off of it by going to production for Secret Lives to expose her. Okay, great. Whatever. Moving on from that. Come to find out, the reason why she wanted to do that is because her name is Demi. I guess Demetria is her name, but her name is Demi, and kind of find out she had relationships with Marciano as well, and they also made out at his show. The only difference is she doesn't want her husband to know, so she's trying to hide that from her husband. And so instead of owning it like Jesse did, she flipped the narrative, and unfortunately is saying that she was sexually assaulted by Marciano. And the thing about it is, everybody's having such a hard was in the very beginning when it was first like alleged was having such a hard time with it because you don't ever want to be, especially in today's society, especially with the garbage that's going on in this country with our administration and all the alleged and convicted assaults that have gone on. um you don't ever want to be a victim shamer or a not believe them. We already know I am a huge advocate for standing up for yourself, speaking your story, like call out the bullshit. The thing is, for me, I'm raising two boys in a world where it is so easy for someone who gets caught cheating to call sexual assault and the world immediately believe her. That is fucking terrifying to me. And honestly, I've already had that conversation with my son 2 years ago and then again last year. No, not last year. Yeah, 2 years ago and then a little bit before that. And I just said, I just need you to be aware that this is things that people can do and this can ruin your life. It can ruin your reputation. Like, this is not a joke. That's why you need to be very careful with what you do. You need to understand what consented. I have beat consent into his head. Like, I do not play. Okay. We don't leave anything open for. If some girl starts acting like she's going to say that, you need to record her saying she's going to. I'm not kidding. I trust no one. So, as a mother raising two boys in a society that's like that, it's terrifying, but also as a woman who has personally experienced that on multiple occasions, um, there's like this middle area that it's like, what do we do here? The thing about it is, Marciano is being accused of sexually assaulting someone while she was on a TV show. And the thing about it is, there's cameras everywhere. And just because we only get the chopped and screwed 35, 45-minute version of it on each episode, the cameras never stop rolling because you never know what you're going to need to put into the next episode. So Hulu has already cleared Marciano's name and Lisa Vanderville, whatever the fuck her name is. I don't know these people, but she has already said, it's her show. She's the big dog. You know what I'm saying? She said that she's had, because of who she is, it's my show, and I've had the privilege of seeing all of the footage. They both have cleared his name. And she is still standing 10 toes to the ground. And I think it is so fucking disgusting. And so he is suing her. He has finally admitted that he is, or come out and said that he is suing her. The court records, which I haven't looked them up yet, are out of his first reasoning and all that stuff. And if she is found guilty, which I don't think it's punishable by jail, she needs to go to jail. Women who do this and are found to be liars, found to be guilty of falsifying information or whatever, need to go to jail 5 years minimum. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. That is disgusting because the thing about it is he's always going to, even if he is able to prove, unless there's video evidence of her like literally jumping on him and being like, I love you, I want to marry you. Like, there's going to be people out there that are like, I don't know. Might be the production might just be trying to cover stuff up for him. You know what I mean? There's people are going to always going to have that little bit of doubt when someone accuses someone of being that. And I truly believe that if it is found out, and I will follow this case 100%, and I will talk about it on my stories, probably mostly, and then little bits of whatever I got here and there. But I will follow it. I hope to God he doesn't drop it. I don't care what someone threatens. He needs to sue just to start. Let him be the one to set the example so women stop saying that. If you don't want to be with your husbands, tell your husband that. If you can't, if it is unsafe for you to tell him that, then you need to find a community because there's, you know what I mean? Like, cheating and then blaming the guy for doing something he didn't do is wild. That's crazy. That is crazy. So, anyways, that's my take on that. And it really does bother me because it is so scary because how easy it is. How fucking easy it is. And the way that she was in the reunion, just there's other women on that show that have openly talked about their sexual assault and like been vulnerable, and she like invalidated their stories. And the way that she kind of like talked about one of the women on the show, like saying, I know you've been slapped or whatever, talking about one of the women on the show and her ex who was very abusive. Like, what do you mean? You're crazy. I want to punch her in her mouth. This is a very violent episode. Anyways, I think dinner's done. Dennis made dinner today. He made bourbon chicken, and I'm very excited about it because I haven't eaten anything except a bag of chips, jalapeno chips. I don't even like jalapeno chips. I was just starving. So this episode's almost an hour. I almost did it. I also have to pee really fucking bad. The rice is done. I can hear it. I hear it beeping. Did you hear him? He's such a goofball. Anyways, so I'm gonna go. If there's anything you want me to talk about or think I should talk about on an upcoming episode, I have some ideas. I just need to do them. I want to do, I'll just tell you, okay, if you stay this long. I wanted to do like 25 lessons I've learned this year for 2025. I don't think I have 25 lessons though, but I am going to do a year wrap up. And some people might not like it. But thanks for joining me. Thanks for hanging out. Sorry, I didn't release an episode. I don't really remember the last time I did, but I was under the weather. Okay. I literally did it for you guys so that I wasn't like hawking loogies and having to edit those out because I would get to the point where I'm like, I'm not editing anymore. And you guys would get some, and that would be disgusting because it would piss me off if someone else did that. But, anyways, love you, mean it, except for some of you guys. Some of you guys can kick rocks with no shoes on. Have the day karma allows you to have, whatever that means for you. If it's you, Manic Martha, we already know. Life is kicking your ass. We can see it in your skin. All right, that wasn't nice. I don't give a fuck. I'm not cutting it out. All right. Ciao.
Build on it. We still on it.